It's a story of rivalry, innovation, and raw, unfiltered speed. A story of one car, an icon, that wasn't just built to win, but to dominate. The Ford GT40, a machine that redefined endurance racing and became a legend on the tarmac. In the 1960s, Le Mans was the stage where giants clashed. For years, Ferrari reigned supreme, capturing win after win at the grueling 24-hour endurance race. It wasn't just a matter of prestige, it was a statement of engineering brilliance. And Ford? Ford was looking to make a statement of its own. It all began with an audacious plan. In 1963, Ford tried to buy Ferrari, aiming to claim a piece of the Italian automaker's glory. But when the deal fell apart at the last minute, something changed. It wasn't just about business anymore. It was personal. Ford wasn't just going to compete with Ferrari, they were going to beat them on the biggest stage possible. To take on Ferrari at Le Mans, Ford needed more than ambition. They needed innovation. Enter the GT40, named for its low-slung height of just 40 inches. But building the GT40 was no easy feat. Ford assembled a dream team of engineers, designers, and racers, pulling talent from all corners of the automotive world. At its core, the GT40 was a marriage of American horsepower and European finesse. The project started in England with the help of Lola Cars, a British racing manufacturer. Using Lola's chassis as a foundation, Ford's engineers refined and reimagined the design, aiming for something that could endure the punishing 24-hour race while delivering blistering speed on the straights. But the road to greatness was anything but smooth. The GT40's debut in 1964 was far from the triumph Ford envisioned. Reliability issues plagued the car. Engine failures, suspension breakdowns, and a host of other mechanical gremlins meant the GT40 struggled to finish races, let alone win them. Ferrari, meanwhile, continued to dominate. For some companies, this might have been the end of the road. But Ford doubled down. They brought in Carroll Shelby, a man already famous for his work with the Shelby Cobra, to breathe new life into the program. And Shelby didn't come alone. He brought with him a new engine, a new philosophy, and a burning determination to make the GT40 a winner. 1966 was the year everything changed. The GT40 had evolved into a true contender. Shelby and his team had ironed out the mechanical issues, and the car was ready to take on Le Mans. That year, Ford didn't just enter one car, they entered a fleet. The GT40 Mach 2, with its thunderous 7.0-liter V8 engine, became a symbol of raw power and precision. The race was historic. It wasn't just Ford against Ferrari, it was a battle of wills, a clash of engineering titans. As the hours ticked by, Ferrari faltered under the pressure, while the GT40s roared ahead. When the dust settled, Ford didn't just win, they swept the podium, taking first, second, and third place. It was a moment that cemented the GT40's place in racing history. Winning in 1966 wasn't enough for Ford. They wanted to prove the GT40 wasn't a one-hit wonder. Over the next 3 years, the GT40 continued its dominance, winning Le Mans in 1967, 1968, and 1969. Each iteration of the car pushed the envelope further. The 1967 GT40 Mach 4, with its sleek aerodynamic design and all-American build, captured a second consecutive victory for Ford. But in 1968 and 1969, it was the older Mach 1 that staged a stunning comeback, showcasing the timeless brilliance of the original design. The 1969 race, in particular, was unforgettable. A nail-biting battle to the finish saw Jackie Ickx pilot his GT40 to victory, narrowly edging out a Porsche 908 in one of the closest finishes in Le Mans history. It was a fitting farewell for the GT40, which retired as one of the most successful race cars of all time. The GT40 wasn't just a car, it was a statement. It proved that determination, innovation, and a bit of boldness could turn the impossible into reality. It wasn't just about beating Ferrari, it was about rewriting what was possible in endurance racing. The GT40's influence didn't end in the 60s. Decades later, Ford paid tribute to its legendary racer with the Ford GT, a modern supercar that carried the spirit of the GT40 into the 21st century. From its aerodynamic design to its track-bred performance, the Ford GT was a reminder that some legends never fade. The Ford GT40 isn't just remembered for its victories, though there were many. It's remembered for what it represented: the power of ambition, the thrill of competition, and the unrelenting pursuit of excellence. Today, the GT40 stands as more than just a car. It's a symbol of American grit and ingenuity, a machine that dared to dream big and succeeded against all odds. This is the story of the Ford GT40, a story of speed, a story of triumph, a story of a car that changed everything.